Hello and welcome to Top of the World. Today's the day we move the scaffolding. So this is part of the structural scaffolding I've now removed from the school, and we're at the theatre. So we moved it from the school and we're going to put it up at the theatre, and we're going to start on this elevation because this elevation by far is the worst. And this is the elevation that has to be completely replaced. The end elevation, much smaller compared to the school, but you can see the state of the boards, and we're not just missing paint, we're actually rotten. So I have already machined up all the boards and the battens for this entire elevation. The windows, of course, we've got renovated, they're inside. There's the outer windows, but not on the top elevation. We're not going to worry about those until we get up there. But we're going to be replacing this entire elevation, not this season, but next season. But what we do need, what we do need to do is get the scaffolding up, because at the moment it's been laying down in the yard and it's getting wet. So we're going to make a start on that. There you go, that's the start of that. We've got all the uprights up. And now we know it's going to rain tomorrow. So at that point we're leaving. And we'll come back with what we need to finish this and go around the corner. There's this elevation here, this is just being painted. We can get up there, start prepping that, and we get up here and get ready to take these boards off. Okay, so we've gone on a lower level down the side there. It's only single level down here, but it's going to be 3 stories up there, and we've got 2 stories completed on the side, and that's everything I need. And I think they're baling, so that's this side. I just got to put some flat board up top there, but that's this side complete. Now I'm not worried about the snow on this side because we've got a snow guard up top there. I am worried about the snow on this side. But that is what I needed to get complete, and it is complete. We'll be back here tomorrow to cut the grass and screw all the decking down. Second day today. Weather's not been great, and what I've been doing has just been finishing off screwing what wasn't screwed yesterday. So I've got the first deck down all the way across here. Now this part here, it only needs to go 1 high because it's just here. I'm just doing this. And once I get to where the door is, all of that is being replaced. It's rotten at the bottom and just bad, but all of this is just being repainted, stripped and repainted. So on the end elevation, we've got another 3 stories to go up, 3 floors to put on. The next one's going above this window, and then the one after that is going underneath the window, and then the final one is going above the window, and even then I'm going to have to work off a ladder at the very peak, and that'll do that. We're going to have the same problem here as we had back at the school, is the snow's going to want to rip this off when it sheds from the roof. So this is now all screwed off and ready for the next floors up. I've got very little wood left to do anything with, and these are finished and complete and ready for working off of the top floor. Now this whole elevation has to be replaced, so all the board and batten has to come off. I've got to get up here and take the windows out, and I'm probably going to take all the windows out down here and take them back to the factory for a winter project. I can renovate them over the winter. The lower ones are already done and inside the building, but I need to take the upper ones out. So all the board and batten has to come off of this. As I'm sure I've said, I've already got the board and batten, the new stuff to go on. And therefore, as I'm sure I've explained, the scaffolding is not fixed to the building. So it's pretty much freestanding, other than, well, that's a ladder for me to get up to the next level, and I've got a couple of supports, but it allows me to do this half of the building and then fix this one, and then I can take these off and carry on. So all of this is coming off. Paint, boards, the lot, because they're all bad all the way down. Everything is bad. So the paint peeling, okay. Why is the paint off of this building far worse than I've seen on any other building? And certainly the paint on this building, the acrylic paint was put on after the school was built, which means this paint has gone on and come off far worse than anything I've seen. Well, I can tell you why. So this would have been originally the Renovate, the traditional Swedish copper sulfate red paint, which we can see traces of it. And then, instead of prepping the building properly and using the recommended undercoat, they've done it cheaply, and they've literally just chucked on the acrylic top coat over the original Swedish traditional copper sulfate paint, and that's why it's come off. So firstly, you've seen me do it at the school, you have to prep the boards, then you have to put the undercoat on, 2 coats, and then 2 coats of top, and then it will, you're into a good 30-40 years. But this, yeah, that's why it's come off. Bad preparation, and it was done cheaply just to make it look nice. Who knows when? Pre-1963. So I'd have said late 50s, perhaps. So the school's original paint was put on there in 48. This was put on after that. I think it was put on somewhere through the 50s. Maybe the early 60s before it closed, but definitely the 50s. So the paint at the school, that did an extra 10 to 15 years longer and looked nothing like this. because it had the right base coats and top coats, and now I've redone it, which should give it, wow, another 80 years if I've done it right. Anyway, there we go. That's that. Charlotte's been riding around on the mower. She's cut the grass twice, so it still looks a mess because it's just rains. First day it didn't rain was yesterday, and we didn't bring the mower with us because we had too much to do. And it was actually raining when we brought the lawnmower this morning. So there we go. That concludes this video. That's that scaffold up, ready for the board and batten. I'd like to tell you I'm going to get onto it this year. I'm not. It'd be nice to, but I'm not. Not unless something happens. Yeah, and the windows here, I'm sure I've said before, they're already renovated and inside, I just haven't installed them. Right, that's it. That concludes this video. Thank you all for joining me. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.